What's been your relationship with pro wrestling video games? Are you much of a gamer?
Um, in the past, I may have been a little bit more active than it is in recent months, just because of the how busy that I am. I don't really have much time for it recently, but whenever I do have time, I try to get on the game every now and again.
Did you ever play the old games as a kid? I feel like it'd be fun to, beat up your dad or uncle, in the games once in a while.
Yeah. Um, I remember like Nintendo 64, some of those games that we had around the house, but outside of that, I didn't do much of it.
So WWE 2K26 is really exciting. It has this incredible roster, 400 playable characters featuring top stars like yourself from the current WWE and a bunch of legends from the past. And it really allows fans to live out these dream matches and mix up people. So if you could face off against any WWE superstar from the past, who would be your dream match?
Um, I don't know, probably like my dad or uncle or somebody like that, or maybe Andre the Giant, somewhere in that vein.
Yeah, that'd be super fun. And you have this background as a three sport athlete, football, baseball, and wrestling. Do you feel like that experience of really dealing with coaches and learning that work ethic has really helped you pick up pro wrestling at such a speed? Because, you were quickly a star in NXT and your main roster run has seen you just continue to grow at such a pace.
Yeah, I think it shows up in my work every single week. Makes me, more durable, more coachable. Um, Makes me more critical of myself. Just those lessons that I learned in football and wrestling and baseball growing up for so many years that I played them all. I mean, it was just some of those lessons that I took away from the sports are something that I'm very, very appreciative of and show up in my everyday life.
And one of the most exciting additions to WWE 2K26 is the three stages of hell match. This is a real classic that we used to see. And I was curious if you were doing a three stages of hell match, what would be your different match types that you would select for it?
Maybe start with a regular, straightforward match. I feel like a dog collar match of some sort would probably have to be in there. And then probably the last one would be like Hell in a Cell.
That'd be
So,
fun.
yeah.
That'd be fun for sure. That would be brutal. And you're part of the vision. So I wanted to ask you about working with Paul Heyman because he's really one of our great pro wrestling minds, and of course he's a manager in the video games. Been the biggest lesson that you've learned from him? Because he just has a treasure trove of knowledge.
I don't think there's one thing that I could really say, just because he's helped me with everything. Um, my entire presentation as a whole, Paul and I have been um, critically diving into detailing what that's going to look like. What does just everything that I've done in recent months has sort of been like in the queue, just waiting for me to show the world that I can do what I can do, what I'm capable of. That's why the promos and everything as of recent have ramped up a lot because I've always been able to do that stuff, always been capable, but the opportunity hasn't presented itself until now. And this is me. This is authentic me. This isn't me, um, you know, trying to pretend to be something else or trying to pretend to say something in someone else's words. And this is me, and it shows up clearly.
Yeah, just last week we saw you and Punk have that promo battle, and Punk's obviously on the cover of WWE 2K26. He has his own showcase mode, but you really held your own against one of the legendary speakers in WWE. How is it just getting that chance after all this hard work you've put into, especially with people like Heyman, and you get to show just how well-rounded a performer you are now in this current feud.
This is the first opportunity that I've had to really show that I can do that at a high level. Prior to this point, I don't know that the situation has been um, as me able to be my authentic self out there and say things in the way that I would do them and just get to be me. And that is what you're seeing. And obviously it's a better product. It's better presentation. It's all around just it's better because it's me and nobody knows how to be me more than me. So I've always been capable of doing that. I've always been capable of hanging in there and cutting promos at whatever level that we have. And obviously, Punk, in my opinion, is the greatest promo in the history of the game. I don't think anyone's better than him. And I think, me having the lack of promo experience and doing it at the level that I've been doing it the past month or so, to count on maybe doing them in the arena in front of a live audience on the main roster, I can count on probably one hand. Um, the fact that, we, and I say we as the vision, are able to go out and do it in the recent month, really, at the level that we've been able to do it, shows that everyone wants to call us the future, and it's great to put on a poster or a tag or whatever you want to call it. I think what we've been doing recently proves that there's just nobody else that's even close.
I agree with you fully. And my last question for you, there's some new match types in WWE 2K26 that are really exciting. There's I Quit match, Inferno match, and dumpster matches. Out of those three, which would you most like to compete in during your career?
Think I would change tomorrow, which is January 5th, the 1 year anniversary show of Raw on Netflix. I would change or add a stipulation to my World Heavyweight Championship match, make it a dumpster match, finally put Punk in the trash where he belongs, and hopefully they take him away and we never have to deal with him ever again.